Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today, check this out real quick, before we get into that, check this out, and bam, he ends up getting the first person. That's lucky right there, just figuring out of all the people in there, who the first infected was going to be, and shooting them in the back. That can be an issue sometimes. I was playing with subscribers one night, and it got down to just me and one player, right, just me and one subscriber left, and we went and played Infected together. And every single game, I kid you not, every single game, he was either the first person to become infected, or he was the first person to get killed by the infected, and it was hilarious. It was just hilarious. Stay dead if you're watching this. That was funny. I still laugh about that to this day. Welcome to this week's episode of KEM Strike Saturday. If you guys didn't know, this is the weekly series here on my channel where subscribers send me in KEM Strikes, and I do my best to talk about them, break them down, show them off. And of course, at the end of the video, I will link the person that sent me in the KEM Strike, and you'll find a link to their channel in the video description. It's kind of a win-win for everybody. So what we got going on here is a match of Infected on the map Freefall, and this was sent in by a guy named Kingshot. Now, it's the PDW version of Infected, which I find to be the second to hardest version of Infected. Here in KEM Strike Saturday, people send in so many different kinds of KEM Strikes. A lot of them are Infected now. At first, it was like kind of a rare occurrence, right? It was kind of a rare occurrence to actually find an Infected KEM Strike. Now, I'm going to say probably 75% of the KEM Strikes sent in this week were actually in Infected. And there wasn't actually a whole lot of KEM Strikes sent in this week. There was actually, I can't even guess the number, but it was probably less than 10. Yeah, it was actually a very small amount of KEM Strikes, you know. And my sleep schedule has just been awful, been terrible. And so there's only going to be 2 of them this week, if you're wondering about that. Because if I want to get any of these up while it's still Saturday, on the East Coast anyway, then yeah, I only gotta do 2 this week. It's awful. NerosCinema Online is literally ruining my life. Just ruining it, taking it out. But alright, let's start talking about this KEM Strike. So I think we've seen a few different kinds of KEM Strikes here on Freefall, be it Domination, be it Kill Confirm, be it Team Deathmatch, and I think we've even had a few Infected ones. Freefall has actually turned from, in my opinion, like the worst map in the game. I didn't like the map at all initially, but now it's kind of becoming the map that everybody likes to play. If you have the map Freefall, it's either you love it or you hate it, and that depends on really how familiar you are with the map, because it's one of those maps similar to Shipment, similar to World at War's Dome, similar to Modern Warfare 3's Dome, similar to Black Ops 2's Nuketown, where if you're kind of like the more experienced player, you kind of really know what you're doing on this map, you kind of understand the spawn system a little bit, you kind of understand where people are coming from, you're going to take everybody out. And of course, I'm referring to other game modes outside of Infected. You don't need to know the spawn system in Infected. You don't need to know, how to take objectives in Infected. Basically, when you play Infected on this map, you go here into the glass hallway. Actually, this is kind of an elevator, right? I've seen so many KEM Strikes on this map, like in Infected, that were sent to me for KEM Strike Saturday. Now, I've seen this glass tunnel, I'm going to call it, there's a KEM Strike right there, so many times that I realize it's actually an elevator shaft, and that's like what they're actually in, because the building itself is kind of like collapsing over. So yeah, I think it's actually an elevator shaft. Let me know if I'm wrong on that, but I'm fairly positive we're in an elevator shaft. And that was a pretty awesome KEM Strike, I would say, because he got the KEM Strike using the PDW, which is, in my opinion, the second most difficult kind of Infected. Definitely the most difficult Infected, for me anyway, is the Riot Shield Infected one, because I can just never do well with that version of Infected. But yeah, he got the KEM Strike. It went off, which is something you never see in Infected. And now he's still alive. Everyone's trying to look for him, and he's just going to try and stab a few people. And he actually gets a few kills in here. And I don't know. I thought it was a pretty good overall game of Infected. Definitely a pretty good overall game. That is something that, it's kind of hard to do. I mean, I still haven't gotten my Infected KEM Strike, mainly because I haven't tried. I've been playing the NerosCinema Online a whole lot lately, because I really like that game. I really like that game a lot. But I'm going to get it one day. I will get it. We will sing songs the day I get, and he ends up going down there. But I'm going to get that Infected KEM Strike someday. Someday. I'm trying to think of all the different Infected game modes in my head. I think the only Infected KEM Strike that has not been featured on KEM Strike Saturday is actually the one with the Riot Shield. I think we've had the MSBS, we've had the Bulldog, we've had the MTS Shotgun, we've had now the PDW. I'm trying to think of what the other ones are. We've had the Lynx, final score 41-1, by the way. Is the last one the Riot Shield? Let me know in the comments. What Infected ones are we missing for KEM Strike Saturday? Let me know about that. I hope you guys all enjoyed this week's episode of KEM Strike Saturday. And if you did, please leave a rating where you guys feel the video deserves. And if you guys like to send in your guys' KEM Strikes for next week's episode of KEM Strike Saturday, everything you guys need to see is on your screen right now. No commentary, no color correction. Render the video at a great quality. Upload to YouTube as unlisted. Link me via personal message here on YouTube. And congratulations! You have just now submitted your video for KEM Strike Saturday. Feels good, doesn't it? Very nice stuff, submitting your stuff for KEM Strike Saturday. But remember, it's got to be your best stuff, man, because you're competing against everybody else, even though there was not a whole lot of submissions this week. There was really not. I'm going to say probably 15. I think I said 10 earlier. I think it was 15 submissions that were sent in this week, and I could pick 2 because my sleep schedule is awful, and that's how that works. But I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. And if you guys like to go ahead and check out King Shot. Now, King Shot is a first-time guest here on KEM Strike Saturday. He's never been here before, so it must feel good for him. Must feel good. Now, if you go over to his channel, which I can't directly just mention it because he's got the new Google Plus system where the channel URL is just a bunch of random numbers and letters. I think there's a way to fix that. Isn't there a way to fix that? Like, I haven't made a channel since Google Plus became a thing, so if someone can let me know in the comments, or go over to King Shot's channel himself and write on his video how he can change his URL and try and make a King Shot something, that would be fantastic for him. He's a new channel. He only has one video up, and in that video, he compares clips of the Remington R5 and the Honey Badger to kind of try and figure out which one's the better gun. So you guys go ahead and check him out. He's a new YouTuber. Go help him out with the channel URL. Go talk to him. Go check out his videos. Go say, if nothing more, that was an awesome KEM Strike you had in Nero's video. I hope you guys all enjoyed this week's episode of KEM Strike Saturday, and if you did, please leave a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.